First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Detroit Lions and the New York Giants. Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Should be a wet one. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Boise State product, Ashton Genty. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Giants. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And some movement right away. This crowd making its presence felt early. Now they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender.
And he is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback. sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On 1st down, Dart. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the handoff, this is Genty. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to pick it up with Genty. 1st down and more inside the 30. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 15-yard line. 1st and 10.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll go again with Genty. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack. Hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
To the air on 2nd down. Dart. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 12 yards to go.
Let's go.
Out of a gun, here comes Dart. This one taken in by Hyatt. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
26-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Giants are going to extend their 1st quarter lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
This taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back is dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing new.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
He's got a man! It's Harris! And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
At the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around, make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Back-to-back, gains of 10 yards, and back-to-back first downs.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. It is a huge play for Detroit. It's a gain of 43 yards.
First and goal, Detroit.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Gibbs on his defense, backed up, but they bring the fire there. Snug him before he can get past the 3-yard line. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Giants leading this one early. More from MetLife Stadium after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And this time, he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The kick is good. Makes the score Giants 12, Lions 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Genty. Running very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
It's now second and 6.
the 25. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 60 Eagles.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
19 time. 19. Go.
Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Set. Panther 60. Panthers.
Now Genji. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Foye Aluakin with the play.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
On 2nd down, Dart. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. And he's in. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Giants 19, Giants 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And opens down the field. That's Harris. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
It's a gain of...
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Laporta in motion. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Abdul Carter there to bring him down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Detroit.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Running right. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 23
Terrific
yards.
start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Keep it on the ground with Genty. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And he'll be taken down. That is a good return. They'll set up shop at the 30-yard line. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll work forward for a couple. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. It's the pickup of 3.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Dexter Lawrence. What a way to kick off the new year. 2 sacks in the first half of the opener. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Third and a long way to go. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
At their own 29-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Genty. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, Giants.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To throw is Dart. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now a timeout for Giants. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Run out of the gun for Genty. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
That's another Giants.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Throwing is Dart. Forced to his right. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, New York. Some play by the quarterback. He got flushed by the rush, but Greg made the right choice and ends up with a touchdown pass.
The question always is for these quarterbacks, Mike, in this situation, how long does he remain a passer, or then does he just tuck it down and become a runner? I think he does this perfectly, extends the play as long as possible, gives time for his receiver to uncover, and results in a touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. inside, complete to Harris. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first half.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Third and long. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And they'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Here now, third and 5. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. And he will get into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Genty. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
10 yards on the
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here's a handoff to Genty. And he's going to have the first down. Mark him at the 45 and move the chains.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Once again, it's Genty. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring him down for a loss.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Out of the gun. 3rd down. It's done. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short, sticks on 3rd down. You're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. That's taken in. He gets 3. And he's into the end zone. Ashton Jenkins. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd touchdown now here in the season opener. Well, so often that running back is the best friend of a quarterback down there. This time he takes the pass, and he takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Mike, the key to a good passing game is to find ways to keep everybody involved. When the defense has to account for every potential target, they tend to get really stretched pretty thin. That's exactly what this offense was able to do. Get the ball to your running back, and he's able to do the rest.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. set up to throw. That's caught by Gibbs. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of Harris. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Giants' 34-yard line.
Back at 60. Left lane 19.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Dexter Lawrence, what a start to the season. His 3rd sack here in week 1. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring us 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man, it's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. But give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. A gain of 21 as they get the conversion on 4th down. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in! Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. The kicking team on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Lions have cut the deficit to 5. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Their own 22-yard line.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
23-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down and 9. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Okay, ready?
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made. That is Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. Open receiver, that's Harris. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll drop to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
I've been around certain quarterbacks, Mike, that loved throwing the ball in the rain, and other quarterbacks who were very uncomfortable. It looks like this one kind of got out of his hand, a little wonky, and that ball gets away from you just enough. It's going to end up falling into the wrong hands and go the other way.
On 1st and 10, here is Dart. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Giants. They'll go again with Genty. And will just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
On the handoff, this is Genty. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Ready? Track it. Set. 70 Lions. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. Harris, the man in motion. Gibbs. Into the secondary at the 45. 20. 15. touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for two.
The Lions will set up for the
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. So again, they will try for two. This time, it comes from the 7-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come 19, 79 Broncos.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he is going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion works, and we've got ourselves a tie game.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for two. Get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. Dart. They'll try to set up the screen to Genty. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
To the air on second down. Dart. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Gonna need a big play now. Third down and long.
19, 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll stick to the ground. And they'll get maybe a yard out of that. Not nearly enough. It'll be fourth down. The Lions call their first timeout. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the fourth. The Giants sending out their punter. Important punt here in this tie game late. That's fielded at about the 18. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. Second down, 8 for the first down. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. One final play. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed one possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Williams in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one will be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. They'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd, they need 8.
Reception of the game, and good for a first down. Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got Harris. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. First and 10. Now Gibbs. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
21-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 21.
60 Bison, 18 Cardinals, 18 Pioneer.
Back to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence. He has been a one-man wrecking crew in this one. 4th sack of the game. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. Talk things over before third down.
Okay, ready? 7-5, go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Roll 18.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Of course, they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
So the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break. 79 Broncos.
Now a first throw here in overtime. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. Again, working deep downfield. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 29-yard
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, New York.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.